keep saying the market's overvalued. I know a lot of high-quality stocks have come down from their highs in the last month and a half. Take one that we've liked for a long time, Jacob Solutions. It's the engineering construction firm that got some tremendous data center exposure. They reported an excellent quarter in early February. I mean, beat and raise, beat and raise, beat and raise. But the stock's now down about 2% year to date. Makes no sense to me. Let's take a close look with Bob Pragada. He is the chair and CEO of Jacob Solutions. He rang the bell today. Mr. Pragada, welcome back to Mad Money.
Jim, it's always fantastic to be here.
Well, thank you for being on here. Congratulations on ringing the closing bell.
That was epic. It was great.
Terrific. Now, I have to tell you, there are a lot of people who listen to what Jensen Huang says and say, oh, digital twin, construction. So that sounds good. You live it. You were a big star out there last week at GTC. Can you explain to people why what Jensen wants to do and what you want to do is going to save us money and keep waste down, and you want to build stuff with you?
So right now, what Jensen and NVIDIA's whole vision is to not just sell the chip, but to sell the solution, the AI factory. Part of that is the factories are changing at the same pace as the chips are changing. You remember at the keynote,
sure,
we talked about going from Gamewell to Vera Rubin and then onward, and so everything is changing so quickly in the actual data center, and all of the kits, whether it be the electrical kit, the communications, the networking, the applications, everything's changing all at one time. And so what we did back during the Gamewell days, which is still current, is we created the reference design and a digital twin so that we could do simulations. What's happened now is that we've added agents inside of the digital twin, and with these changes that are happening to the chip with regards to the effects on power, the effects on cooling, it's creating the reference design. So we flipped it.
Okay, well, explain to people, if you didn't have that, well, you just get a lot of things wrong, even if you were diligent, right?
Absolutely. And so this is now solving it in the virtual world, in the simulation world, and allowing us to, because even as he also demonstrated last week, is that even within the rack, you're changing out even trays within the rack as there's been innovation within the chipset. So it's exciting time, and the tool is the ultimate integrator for the DSX Omniverse.
Well, it's important to point out that you have more than your fair share of these giant construction contracts for the data centers. This has been a great business for you.
It has. Jim, in the last year, our data center business has gone up 62.2%. It has, the pipeline is up 500%. It's a real growth engine, but it's even beyond that, because we're across that entire life cycle. He talked about the 5-layer stack.
Sure.
You know, we're in with the biggest high bandwidth memory manufacturer, who's American.
Right.
As they expand delivering the chips.
Right.
We're working with the public utilities and the water agencies with the utility requirements that are required for the data center.
Right.
And then we're in the data center. So it's
You've got it all?
Absolutely.
And let me ask you, because you work with the public utility companies, do you think that these that the data centers raise the electric rates for people?
In certain areas, Jim,
right?
Certain areas.
But that may be more involved with the regulators than actually the companies that are building it.
And in areas that have higher population density, you know, there's a strain on the grid.
Yes.
Talking about West Texas, Wyoming, you know, some of the Midwest states, the strain is not.
But you build that too. You build every aspect if they want you to, right?
We would be the engineer. We would program manage in a lot of cases, but we can be across what we call across the entirety of the asset lifecycle. That was the acquisition that we were celebrating with the closing bell.
That's fantastic, PA. I thought that was a great move. Now, reshoring, again, something that you know more about than most. A lot of people say, wait a second, we haven't seen all these new jobs, but aren't we early in reshoring?
We're very early, and I'd say the reshoring effort has been more focused in on kind of the higher end tech manufacturing.
Okay.
So chips, life sciences has been the biggest piece.
Right.
What you see in the headline news with regards to the big life sciences players, the big biopharmaceutical players, that's being realized in the field right now. So does that continue on with industrial manufacturing? I think we'll see. But in those areas that have had an install base in the U.S., we're seeing a lot of activity.
So, I mean, when we look at things, I have to believe that what we're building, people are worried about the economy now, Bob, but the jobs that you are creating, I mean, you must be trying to hire everybody everywhere, right? I mean, anybody who's got great skills.
So Jim, we have 50,000 people globally. At any one time, we'll have 7,000 to 10,000 open requisitions for people. And so we live in a resource-constrained world.
Right.
And so things like AI enablement, AI technologies, they're doing nothing but helping us deliver to a demand.
Good point.
That's there. So that's where you talked a little bit about the stock, that AI dislocation. We feel AI enabled, AI augmented.
Oh, that's a good point.
It's a big deal.
And I do want to point out that life sciences is not those boutique biotechs. You're the builder for the big guys.
The biggest right now that's out there. So. And
I know Lilly wants to be here. They all want to be here. They know that the president wants them to make stuff here now.
In a big way. And so all the announcements that the Indianapolis firm has made. Those are happening all in real time.
Well, I got to tell you, I think you're well positioned. I did, before you came out, look at where the stock was, and I said, frankly, Bob, that makes no sense to me. I mean, you're having the year. This is the year that we always want when you separated the two. It's happening with this acquisition. Look, I just think it's a very inexpensive stock, Bob. No, it's all I know to call it, right?
I agree.
And I've known you for a long time. I know there have been times when I thought it was expensive, times when I thought it was cheap. This is when it is really cheap.
We agree, Jim. Thank you.
Excellent. Bob Pragada is the chair and CEO of Jacob Solutions, letter J. Look at this, because all the trends that we talk about encompass this company. Mad Money's back after the break.